Hi
Mhm.
everyone, welcome back to the Heroes webinar. Today is Sunday, the 6th of July. All right, I'm not sure if this one was caught in the recording, but no problem. Starting over. So welcome back, guys. Today is Sunday, the 6th of July, 2025. And this is the Heroes webinar. My name is Comfort Convo. And of course, we're a great team, a great family here to discuss something very, very interesting. And I would like you to think with me, guys. Can you just imagine every visionary faces resistance? That's what we have known. But not every visionary turns that resistance into a revolution. So tonight, my team and myself, we dive into the journey of Ash Mufareh. And this is a man who set out in 2018 with a bold vision to create a business that serves humanity, not just the bottom line. So along the way, he has faced setbacks, delays, and what many called mistakes. However, he owned them, right? But what sets Ash apart is not perfection; it's persistence. So where others might have folded, he chose to refocus. Where others might have walked away, Ash actually chose to double down on his mission. And that's what tonight is all about. Turning mistakes into momentum, right? So this is not just about business. It's not just about a business story. It's about a human story, one of courage, course correction, and relentless faith in the end goal, right? So if you've ever wondered whether your missteps have disqualified you, then let this conversation prove they might just be the foundation of your next breakthrough. So let's talk about how mistakes can become momentum and why Ash Mufareh's journey is living proof of this truth. And of course, I have the honor to call on my dear sister, Gina Lever, to start this conversation. Welcome, sis.
Thank you so much, Comfort. It's awesome to be here with everybody. Happy Sunday. I Because we haven't truly heard the journey that Ash Mufareh has been slogging through for the last years, right? I'm going to turn this or start this off anyway from just a personal, just human perspective, because mistakes happen. We are all human, as Comfort said. We take a wrong turn, we forget something important, we spend too much time in negative thought, and life happens. Things happen in our lives, and we can either let these mistakes, things that go wrong, stop us in our tracks, depress us, dampen our spirits, shut off our motor, and oftentimes ruin our self-esteem or ruin our sense of understanding how life is, right? When things really start to hit the fan. Um, so we can let that slow us down and hold us down, or we can let those mistakes strengthen our resolve to be better, to do better. And we can let those missteps spur us on, moving into better action. We can take little baby steps, if that's what it takes. If we really got knocked down a peg, as we know Ash did, emotionally and, you know, financially and just in every way, mentally, in every way, shape, or form, he was knocked down, and he chose to keep moving forward. So we can let those things that go wrong keep us from our dreams, or we can pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and mend whatever's broken if we can. We can learn whatever we can from what happened. And it's not always our own personal mistakes, but things that go wrong, I would say. And we can choose to take that step forward. And that's the thing. It's like we have a choice now and in anytime something goes a little wonky in our lives, we have a choice to either stew in it and lose ourselves and let it slow us and hold our energy down, which we know doesn't solve anything, or we can say, you know what? This happened. It is what it is. I'm going to choose to keep moving forward. I'm going to pick myself up. I'm going to shake off the doldrums. I'm going to just take that step. And it's the only way that we can get where we're going is if we never ever give up. What I think, I forget what the quote is, something like fail fail 7 times, get up 8, or fall 7 times, get up 8, or so. It's something like that, where it doesn't matter how many times you make a mistake or fail or make a wrong turn, as long as you pick yourself up and you choose, sorry for the background noise, and you choose to keep going forward with a positive attitude. You don't let it change you. And Ash is a perfect example of this. He didn't let it change him. His loving heart, his innocence. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of times I can look back on my own life where I feel as if my innocence was stripped away. Things happened that shocked me to my core. And I did let it slow me down and put me in a dark place. But and the only way I got out is when I made the choice to pull myself up, and I put the power back in my own hands and was able to move forward. So Ash is just walking as this perfect example for us, as someone who, we don't even know yet what the man's been through, but we see the example he's setting, ever positive, ever respectful and loving. And if we can follow that example, I think we're just going to get there. We're going to get there, and we're going to get there together by with forgiveness, with respect, with love, because that's the core of what this company is about. So that's what I just wanted to start with, Comfort. And I hope that was enough on point and not too general. But thank
Indeed.
you so much.
Thank you, Jean. That was a wonderful start indeed, because I really do agree with you, because we all do fail. But then what you choose to do with the missteps is what maybe defines you and your future. So I think Ash is just on point, and a lot of us are learning from him because he's doing just the right thing. Thank you. So let's hear from another sister, Marie Pendy, before we go over to the men. Guys, you can wait.
Oh, thank you. Good afternoon and welcome, everyone. I'm very excited to be here. So this topic is very interesting because it applies to everyone, applies to everyone in your life. You have to make mistakes. I mean, nobody's perfect. Like I said one time, my weakness is somebody else's strength, and somebody else's strength is somebody else's weakness. So we do need each other in order to grow. Mistakes will happen because we are not perfect. And I believe the supreme that makes us all to what we are and where we are did that on purpose. Your strength is my weakness, my strength is his weakness. And we move on and try to lift each other for growth. Mistakes will happen so you can grow in any level, from childhood to where we are. We've made mistakes. The point is, when mistakes happen, you have to have that mindset to decide, how do you want to handle this mistake? Do you want to fall and not get up? As Jean said, don't dust yourself and think that this is the end of the world. Oh, no. Or do you want to get up, dust yourself, figure out how to learn from that mistake to grow from the lesson? So when mistakes happen in a company, for example, in a minute way in the house, we figure it out. But when you have a large company, you have to do something like a root cause analysis. You analyze what the problem is, what happened, why it happened, how it happened, And what should we do about it? When you have the mindset of growth, you're thinking about progress. So we analyze what happened, analyze everything. Why did it happen? We analyze the why of that mistake. And then how did it happen? We analyze the how it did happen. And now that we have all this, you remember when Ash came and told us that our OES, OES and the O Connect is like they threw one piece here and threw one piece there, and one piece was over here. They all were dismantled. He had to figure out how to put the pieces together. And after a while, we had our OES, we had back office after a while when we didn't have it. So that is putting pieces and pieces together to try to solve the puzzle. At least he had it together. So you do a root cause analysis and use this why, how, when, and what we should do about it to figure out how to solve the problem. But your mindset should be progress. Let's get to the next level. Let's stabilize. As we continue to learn, you make the wrongs right. You reflect on what is going on, analyze each step of what happened, because there are little pieces of steps for each of the parts that you have to solve in order to put that piece together and connect it with the other until you have the big picture. So you have to break it down, like I said, in little pieces. Accept, reflect, and you reframe. You reframe from the things that you have learned that was the causative agent to that mistake as you grow. So identifying the pattern of the mistakes within each piece of the puzzle. You extract lessons that you need to learn from each part of each piece of the puzzle. And then you have to be open to receiving feedbacks from those you work with. Right. Feedbacks are very good. Feedbacks are growth. Feedbacks moves you to the next level, so that when you finally put the pieces together, you come with a momentum. Right. And a momentum will lead you to build back better than what you had. That's a little contribution that I have. Thank you.
Indeed. Thank you. Thanks so very much. And if we're listening and you know from whom we're drawing inspiration this afternoon, Ash Mufareh, we would know that he would definitely have done stuff like that. That's why he's still on his feet. He's still putting a smile on his face and going as if nothing happened or nothing is happening, right? And that's how to get there. So guys, whoever is watching us live would also know your take on this topic and would definitely want to read it out if we find anything interesting. So let's hear from our brother Hector Degnod, all the way from Canada. Welcome.
Hi, how are you? Well, my experience in mistakes raising 5 girls is that I made an awful lot of them in the beginning. And then as I had more kids, then I started to learn that I couldn't do what I did with the first 2 on the left. And so it was a growing thing, but I did learn from my mistakes. And although it took probably 10 or 15 years, everybody's fine now. But there's no book on how to raise kids. There's just no book. And so when I had my first one, I was kind of shell-shocked because it was within a year of us getting married, and we didn't plan on having children for at least 5 years. But you know what happens, so it happened. And so when I look at mistakes and turning them into momentum, my children are a prime example of that. They are all doing well. They all have children. They love them. They have good mates. One of them is still single, and I don't think she'll ever get married because she just said, I'm not doing it. So I don't know what to say about that, but I respect her wishes, and that's okay. Now, when I look at Ash Mufarah, when I heard him the very first time, my, he just, that recording literally opened up parts of me that I just couldn't even explain. It touched me. And it took me, wanted to do my due diligence, and I was told, just get in and then you can look at everything and you can get on some webinars. Well, I did that. And what I found was a very genuine, heartfelt, compassionate, and driven individual. So I've known a lot of CEOs and I've known a lot of people who are driven, but they're driven on profit. They're not driven on improving humanity. So that was a whole new thing for me. I was like, wait a second, what is he talking about? And then the more I listened and the more I met all of you and many, many others around the world, I don't get on to the lives much. I do watch the recordings, and when I can, I try and get on to a live. And I'm fortunate today. Now, let's get back to Ash Mufarah. He had a vision, he started. And then I've been in for about since February 1st, 2021. So that's only 4 years. Some of you have been in here a lot longer than me. But, we had tremendous growth, and he kept moving and he kept doing things and building more products. And then there was a little bit of a lull. And I just felt there's just something not quite right here. Something's not right because it's just not the same. And sure enough, there were mistakes made. There were trusts that were breached, and he had to make some adjustments. And I remember hearing back, I don't know if it was a long time ago, 3 or 4 years. I remember Ash saying, plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D, plan E, plan F, all the way through. He said, I have contingencies in place for every plan. And if anything goes not the way I want it, I can move to the next. I can move to plan C or plan D or plan E. So I'm glad he came out and explained what happened, because it just clarified what I had thought, and it didn't really faze me at all, because I know his vision and I know what he's thinking, and I know he cares about all of us more than any human I've ever met. So, he's moving ahead with courage. And it takes a lot of courage to be in his boots. I mean, he's got 2 little kids. He's got a wife. I mean, they have to be behind him 100%, because if they weren't, he would have folded, because you need that back. You need that support. So in this case, we're supporting Ash. We're here. We're not going anywhere. I've heard all kinds of stuff, and I don't do negativity. So when people post stuff on the internet, I'm not even on there enough to even see what it is. So I just don't care. It doesn't matter to me. Like, if you got negative things to say, go away. Like, go pick on somebody else, because my ears are closed. I got a hole right here. It goes in here and it goes out here. So, I met lots of nice people here. And I'm thankful for Ash. I'm thankful for all of you for what you do, Collins and the OTEC pros, Andy and Jean, Minu, everyone on here I've talked to or seen before, and they're still here. That should say just about all you need to say. We're not going anywhere. We're staying here. In the beginning, I said, I don't care how long it takes. I just don't care, because I know how long software takes. And I'm not a software engineer. I just know how long it takes to build systems. It's not easy. And it doesn't happen at the snap of a finger. It takes a lot of work. So anyway, I could go on and on and on, but I don't want to take up too much time. So thank you very much. And I appreciate all of you, but I especially appreciate Ash. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Hector. And I really appreciate your contribution as well. I'm always happy when people share from directly personal experience, because it puts things into perspective to everyone. And you were just agreeing with the rest of the previous speakers that these things happen to everybody, but how you handle it is what matters. So I really appreciate your contribution. Let's hear from the big brother, Marty. Welcome, bro.
Hello, everybody. Happy Sunday. Yeah, I think a lot of people live their lives worried about making a mistake. They won't even do things. And some people you meet, they don't make a lot of mistakes. Why? They're not doing anything. They're living life at a safety zone. That's not a visionary. If Ash went through what he did, always concerned about what the backlash will be or what people might think, we wouldn't be in the company we know we're in now. It's just, you can't. You know, these people, visionaries like him and Edison and all these people that made a difference in the world, they never once in their minds think, man, what is somebody going to think when I fail making this light bulb 999 times? Didn't care. He didn't care. His goal was to get a light bulb. And he said, I found 10,000 ways that don't work. But no, I mean, and that's the thing for everyone. I just want everyone to know, and this is the biggest difference, one of the big difference for me and this business and this platform is your friends might judge you, your family might judge you, but in this business, we don't. Something happens, you get dust off. In fact, they're dusting you off. We try to help each other. You got a couple nasty people, who cares about them? But if you're not making a mistake, you're not doing anything. So people that go out now and do a video or make a song or whatever they do, they probably wouldn't do that anywhere else but here. So the platform itself to give us the freedom and the knowing that I'm in a safe zone is very, very powerful. And I believe people around the world who don't live in a safe zone, and I'm not talking about physical, I'm talking about where they can be who they want to be. And when we introduce that part of the business, lights out, lights out. But when people can go somewhere and say, you know, I can be free. Wealth, what is wealth? Wealth is being not worrying about having money. Wealth is not sitting down when the bills come and you go, I don't make enough to pay that and that and that, so I'm going to pay that one, not that one, and maybe that one. Wealth is being able to share with others. Wealth is not how high you can stack your money, but what choices you can make in life to help others. And I think, well, we know, without really knowing, unless we're not paying attention, Ash went through a lot of crap. I've talked to him many times. There was times that you think it couldn't get worse, and it got worse. And the whole time I'm thinking, how much more is this guy gonna take? How much more? And he would always look back and say, you know, about the wind beneath his wings, all of you. He watches the webinars, he watches people, and his drive is so strong that mistakes or what people think, he doesn't care. In fact, thank God he doesn't care about people that are anxious either. Like, you got to get this started. I lost this. I need money. I can't. Okay, look, a lot of hurting people. A lot worse than anybody here. There's billions that are starving to death that live $2 a day. They're waiting because they don't know they're waiting. They're living. That's just how they live. One day we're going to open that door for them and they're going to be able to come in and see what we see. And if it takes us another week, another month, another 3 months, 4 months, whatever it takes, so that when he does open it up, it's a big enough platform that if you build it, they will come. And when they come, you have room. And they all feel the same way we do. And that's what I think he's building. His drive is way beyond somebody making threats, somebody stealing money, somebody, because without a doubt, He's had things happen to him and his family from the very people that he propped up and put on a pedestal, and they had better lives than he did. He took care of people and built them up, and they actually lived better than he did. And those very people decided, well, this guy's so easygoing, I'm going to take advantage of him. And they tried. He has someone on his side that they didn't anticipate. It's called God. And when God is your hero and your bodyguard, for all of us, by the way, we didn't know what was coming. But I do know this from his post. I wrote him a few times last week. What's coming will surprise all of us. And I believe it'll be bigger and better than anything we could have possibly thought of to begin with. I don't talk about it because I don't know. I don't want to jeopardize anything because I don't know. But I do know he's still there. I do know whatever's going on is 24/7, no matter what other side attractions, whether it's lawyers and fighting and lawyers and trying to find out who did what and all that. Okay, that goes on too. But the main game and the main thing that we've all been here for is going fast forward and full steam ahead. And we're all going to be able to see that, I believe, sooner than we think. So anyway, never giving up, not worrying about making a mistake. Oh, come on. Ash probably made more mistakes than anybody I know. I hope he did. Because if he didn't, this won't be as big as I think it will be. You can't have something this big and just have it appear one day perfect. It just doesn't work that way. Look at all the companies that tried it. Apple almost went out of business in the 90s. Now they're a $2-3 trillion business. Trillion. Why? Because they kept going. They made adjustments and they kept moving. And I want to say, people talk about transparency. Well, we don't know. We don't know this. We don't know that. When we did know, there was a handful of people that made lies out of it, posted things that weren't true. So was it good to know? I don't need to know. I know who he is. I don't need to know. If you need to know, you don't know him. And if you don't know him by now, my gosh, I don't know what else left. He showed everything. He's there. Anyway, yeah, it's a lot of mistakes were made. But through those mistakes, perfection's coming out the other end. So thank you. That's all I have.
Sure, thanks. Thanks so much, Marty. When you were talking, I was just trying to think, because sometimes we acknowledge the fact that we all make mistakes. And in his case, what we actually call mistakes were what was well meant, and then we take him take advantage of him, and then we do whatever people have done. However, he says, I'm not giving up. And Marty, I think this confirms the divinity of Onpassive. It's actually a mission from God. This mission is ordained and is an assignment from God that he's just fulfilling. He's just a vessel, and he is standing strong on faith, just moving on. He says, no matter how much you throw the darts on me, as long as they don't put me down, I am going on and on and on. So there's so much learning going on here. Let's not take this for granted. I think this time too, we're just waiting to learn from what he's going through and get more prepared, because the real mission is yet to start when we are ready, because we have to go to the field.
Yeah, Comfort, I want to say what you just said. It's not a job for him. He feels obligated.
Yep.
This is who he is. Without this, it doesn't matter. That's how strong it is. It's not a job. If it was a job, I would quit. He's not getting paid. He's losing money. He's doing it because it's a drive of something that he was born to do this. He said, I was born to do this. Pretty strong words. I'll try not to cut it in again.
Sure. Thank you. Thanks, Marty. So let's hear from Collins, please. Mr. Mana.
It took me off guard, Comfort. All right, no, just want to greet everyone. our lovely sisters and Maddie, you just paid out. Just want to greet those who have already spoken. That was really, really good. And, the topic is really massive, huge, turning mistakes into momentum. When I look at this, I was thinking about Mr. Ash Mofara. And yesterday we had, Comfort, the life we went, it was almost similar thing. Old Tech Pro was almost similar thing. We've been talking throughout the week. But when we look at it, coming from different angle, I always said, we don't learn from our success. When you have already succeeded, you don't learn from it. You learn from mistakes, and that's why they call it lesson learned. You learn from what you have not achieved. So we are looking at what Mr. Ash Mofara is doing. It is not typical. It's not something that is so easy. It's something that he is just doing, like Maddie quote Thomas Edison, creating light bulb. That was something that has never been done before. He said, let me give a go. I found 10,000 ways of making it work. Because when you try, like visionaries, they always build something new to leave legacy to humanity. They want to leave a lasting legacy. They are not building it out of ego. They want to change things. Just imagine if there was no light bulb. Most people in rural area maybe think about students who are using light bulb in the evening. Even our own normal activity. Sometimes those who work in warehouse, work in hospital, just imagine, have you ever closed your eyes and think if there was no light in the evening? It means every businesses will shut down. Wait until the next morning before you can carry out your job. How can you work in the dark? There is no way. God make night sleep, but we try to create light so that we can do more. So Ash now, coming back to Ash is doing something different. He is building something, and this is something that has never been done before. And we must agree that there will be mistakes. In technology, there is no way you can get it right first time. We always say something in software development, get it right first time. There is just no way you can get it right first time. There's always trial. The vision is there in your head, but you have to try it because you have, like Bob always said, the knowns and the unknowns. You know what to do, but what about the unknowns? What about if you write that code and it fails? And not many times you will write that code you think will go right. What if you deploy it to the live environment, everything collapses? It has happened a lot. You test everything. Wow, it's working great. Put it now live. That is the real test of time. When you go live, where customers, the whole world are saying it, and then everything just shrinks. Because environmental issue can occur. In IT engineering, they said environmental issues. Vincent knows this. You put it in this environment, you change it to next environment, everything collapses. You need to start to tweak it. And these are the unknown. But you know what? You need to keep going, because the only time you fail is when you stop trying. Just imagine if Ash would have said, you know what? I've given it a go. Everything fell apart. I'm not doing it anymore. One, he will be the biggest loser. You've lost your time, waste of time you can enjoy with your family and your 2 little kids. You've lost all the money in the world. And secondly, it's like you've betrayed people who believe in you. That is not even the money. Those who believe in your dreams. Because when you have a dream, which is so beautiful, it is contagious. People look at it and they say, you know what, wow, I want to be part of this. Ash feel like, you know what, I don't want to let these people down. Not like he is obligated to do it, but he said, people believe in this vision and I will not let them down. He doesn't really bother about those who don't believe in the vision. At the end of the day, 3,000 people can come in, only 11. Microsoft said it, 3,000 people follow me, only 11 were billionaires. Because they refused to believe in the dream. Jack Ma brought a lot of people. How many followed him? Only the secretary become billionaires and millionaires, $350 million. And she is one of the CEO in Alibaba. Sometimes dream is beautiful, but how many people can follow that dream to the logical end? Follow it and say, yes, I believe in you, because time will tell if you believe in it or not. You can say, yes, I believe. When they said, okay, are you ready to stay for 10 years? Are you ready to stay for 20 years? So people will start to drop out. You know what? It's too much. I cannot wait anymore. And then things will start to fall apart. And only those who will follow this journey to the logical end will see it, because a visionary will never, ever stop doing what they are doing, because their aim is to leave lasting legacy. It's about uplifting humanity. We quoted yesterday, Nelson Mandela went to prison for 25 years. Indira Gandhi, he was not the only India, but how many people believe in what he wants to believe? He was there. Luther King in America, the same. I have a dream. We can go on and look at all of those people with dreams. Dreams means nothing if you don't put it into effect. You know, vision means nothing if you don't go and put that hard work and make it, bring it to reality. People want to see the reality. They don't care about your dreams. You can do whatever. You say, oh, I have a dream. They say the richest place on this planet Earth is in the grave, because people die with their dreams and carry it to the grave. But only few will bring it to fruition. They come out and they dream, they go to work, and they say, I don't care how long it takes. God is not looking for you to be successful. God is looking for finishers. How can you cross that finish line? I will walk with you. God is not looking for you to be first. He's not looking for that. He is looking for finishers. Can you answer the call? Are you ready to walk this journey with me? I'm just there to hold you and lead you through. Finish it so that you can uplift people. And when your time is come, I quote it. I said, Paul never said yesterday, what did Paul said? I've run a race. You know, I have finished. He said, I have finished the race. He never said, I've won it. He said, I've finished. Jesus said it's finished. He never said, I won. You know, because God is looking for finishers. He's not looking for winners. And that's where we are. Ash will finish this race, whether we like it or not. This is his dream. And he is building something amazing and powerful. He picked it. He answered it. This was preordained before they even created Ash. Jeremiah said, before I form you in your mother's womb, I know you and I call you by your name. I know the plans I have for you. It is not our plan. It is God's plan. And God will finish it in his appointed time, whether we like it or not. But I'm in. So I'll leave you, Sister Comfort. Thank you.
Right, sure. Thank you. Thanks so much. Yeah, you started by saying that we cannot learn from success, we only learn from. Yes, Jean, thank you. Yeah, Jean, I know you want to go. Did you want to drop another thing, or you just want to? I would really appreciate you for coming.
Oh, thank you so much, Comfort. I just wanted to thank Collins for that. I love that. God's looking for finishers. It takes the pressure off, doesn't it? We just need to keep taking steps forward. We don't need to win. We don't need to be first. But I love that. That's a perfect way of looking at it. So thank you for that, Collins, and thank you, Comfort. Thank you, everyone. I will be watching the recording later, so I look forward to that. But I do have to go. Thank you so much. Have a great day, everyone.
Sure. Thanks so much, and thanks for coming. Thanks. Bye. Yeah. Yeah, so guys, what Collins was saying, yes, truly we do learn from mistakes. And this reminded me of a powerful quote from Elon Musk, who once said, failure here is an option. Why? Because if things are not failing, then you are not innovating enough. I think this sums up everything, right? Because that's exactly what's happening. That's exactly what we're talking about. If you are not failing, then you are not innovating enough. I think I don't have to go further with this. Thank you so much for your contribution. Let's hear from Andy Burks.
Hi, guys, and welcome back, Marty. It's great to see you. I like the phrase, with age comes wisdom. Really, what that actually means is, God, I've made some mistakes in my life, but I've learned from them. And one thing that gets me about our CEO is, as Marty said, he is driven specifically because he believes this is his time. This is exactly what he was made to do. And you know, everybody, and I don't know anybody that hasn't made mistakes. So, and I'm probably one of the guys that makes more than most, to be fair. But the thing is, when you plan something, there is always an alternate force out there that twists things or manipulates things in such a way that the system changes, the situation changes. You can call them mistakes or you know, just situations. I've been very lucky in my life being able to build investment funds, and then unlucky from the point of view that we never saw it coming, but something unforeseen happened, and you know, it closes things down, so you get back to square one almost. But this is where Ash has been, and this is where Ash is coming from. Everything went awry, but it's everything happens for a reason. There are no coincidences in life. Everything happens for a reason. And that reason was brought to light by what some of the guys had tried to do. So I'm grateful for the mistakes that have been made because it's highlighted this move forward. But I do believe that our CEO is one of a kind, because 99.9% of people would have given up. They would have turned around and gone, do you know what? This is too hard. I'm out. And that's not what he's done. He continues no matter what. And Marty said, look, the guy's not getting paid for this at the end of the day. This is his baby and he wants to bring it forward. And there are a lot of external forces that try to stop it because they know this is life-changing. That's what sickens me, these external forces that keep trying. But this man will not give up. And that is well worth following. And like Hector said, wow, I only had to listen to one of his webinars, and that was me hooked. At the end of the day, I would follow this man. He is a true leader and a true visionary. Thank you, Comfort. Back to you.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Andy. I think everybody's on fire and we just enjoyed the way the discussion is going. So let's hear from our own brother, Peter Rogers. Welcome, Pete.
Thanks, Comfort. Hello, everybody. It's great to see you back, Marty. Well done. Obviously, a lot's been said here today on mistakes, and I just sort of want to look at it in a different way. Do we all make mistakes? Like Andy said, yes, we all make mistakes. We make little mistakes, we make big mistakes. Okay, and this is a journey of life, I'm afraid. We all make mistakes. But what do we do? Do we dwell on that mistake? Do we think about, oh, I made that mistake, oh dear, oh God, oh. Or do we actually learn from that mistake? Okay, now, successful people, entrepreneur people, they look at the mistake and they work and they learn from that mistake. And that's like Ash Mufara. You know, we've all been on this journey together now for many, many years. We know that Ash has made a few mistakes. Ash has told us he's made mistakes. Okay, but he's learned from the mistakes, like we do as individuals. When we're going on our own personal journeys, we make mistakes and we learn from them. And we obviously work the mistake out and move forward. This is what Ash is doing now with this business. He's making this, he's making this business a better business to what it was originally. Okay, Marty's already said that, we're all going to be really surprised about what's coming our way. And I truly believe, in my own heart, I truly believe that's what's going to happen. I think we're all going to be shocked. Okay, but at the end of the day, Ash has made the mistakes and he's learned from it, and he's going to make everything better. Do you think we'll make these mistakes again? Yeah, we'll make mistakes, but I can guarantee he won't make the mistakes he made before because he learned from them. Okay, so that's all I can sort of emphasize on this. Okay, we all learn from mistakes. The business that's coming towards us is going to change our lives, going to change many people's lives. We've just got to stick with this. We're sticking with Ash. We follow Ash. We love Ash. He's made the mistakes, and we've joined him with these mistakes. Okay, he's making it better for us, and That's all I can really say. I think we're in a good place and we're going forward. Back to you, Comfort.
Thank you, Pete. Indeed, we're in a good place and we are going forward. We are not looking behind because it's all just going as planned. The mistakes are part of the package, and so we cannot skip them. Thank you so much. Brother Vincent, welcome.
Well, thank you, Sister Comfort, and happy Sunday to everyone. Thank you. Well, thanks to our brother Matty for welcome back. Great to see you. Thanks God that now you are in good health. So thanks. So we appreciate that. Today, learning from one mistake. I think all of us did very well. Very great contribution as well for everyone. It is good. So I was very happy even to listen to all of you. So it was good. So mistake is part of our life because in our personal life, we do mistakes. Even in our professional life, again, we do mistake. But the bad thing is that when you do mistake and then you don't learn from that, that would be bad. Because we should learn from our mistake. Because if you do something wrong and then you learn from that, that means you are about to change and then you are about to move forward and then you are about to do something positive. But if you do a mistake and then you don't think it's a mistake and then it's something you think is good, you will learn, and then you will not change and then you will keep doing that mistake again. So normally when you do something wrong, you should change. Back to days when I was in secondary school, me and my friend, we call each other a bad brother is still a brother. Yeah, because if I do a mistake and then I go to my brother Collins will not say because I did a mistake that I'm no longer his brother. So we call each other a bad brother is still a brother. Yeah, so sometimes when something happened live, I still remember this. I said, when we were secondary school, that's why we used to call ourselves, me and my friend, a bad brother is always a brother. Yeah, so that's where the life should be. If you do a mistake, it's not that someone have done a mistake that is no more a brother or is no more a leader. So our leader, Mr. Ashmufara, is what he has done is also is still our leader. And then he will learn from that. And then because of that, I think we'll do better. And then it will be better at what we are expecting. He always say it will not go anywhere, it's there to stay. So he will show this to us. Even through a mistake or not, he will do it. And then I'm glad that this mistake happened because the mistake happened and then you will learn from that. Because imagine if this mistake didn't come and then we come out for the world and then suddenly that mistake come, it will be difficult to come back to market again because the whole world will say, oh, it's not good because we will not trust us again because the trust is something that when the trust comes, we know, oh, this company is a great company. And then we know because it's like when you buy something, a product, and then you use the product, you trust the product, say this is a good product. And then suddenly something happened though you don't trust that product again, you say, I'm not going to buy this product again. It's not what I'm expecting. The same thing. If it happen to come, we come out, and then after 2-3 months, mistake or something big happen, and then company go back again. People will not trust back again. But it happen, it's good because when it's ready to go out, we'll see that thing will move very fast and then good way that we are expecting. So mistake happen is good. Mistake also happen sometimes to learn, friend, and then to learn who is who. Because when we are living in a good, like we are all here, and then if I do something terrible, and then everyone abandon me, I know that. And so I learned from that mistake that, but it's good. One thing you did that mistake is okay, good. And then that mistake also allow you to know who is a good friend, who is good for you, who is bad for you. Because when in difficult moment, that's where you know your best friend. Because when everything goes well, everyone is happy. So he's my friend. I like him. He's good. But when things go bad with you, that's where you know who is good, who is bad. So sometimes it's good that mistake happens. So we learn from our mistake. We learn also to know who is who. So mistake also helps because we know what happened. Today, Mr. Ash Mufara knows exactly who is who are the best friend, who are the bad friend, who he can trust, who he cannot trust. So all this is good that mistake. For me, it's a positive that mistake happened, because without mistake, we don't know where we are doing, where we are going. So if mistake should happen to learn to go forward. And then
Right.
also we can change our way. When something bad happens, you do it this way and then it's not good. Like our brother Hector was saying, you can plan A, plan B, plan C. So if mistake happen, we can use your mistake to change the plan. If maybe plan A it was a terrible mistake, you can use plan B to change the way to do it. So it's someone a very intelligent our CEO, and then I believe that that mistake will allow him to come to the positive way, and then also to change his way to do it. And then he also, what is coming will be big and better than the whole one, because of what? Because of the mistake that happened before. So I'm glad that this thing happened. And then I pray to God that we use that mistake to get also a wisdom and an intelligence to learn
Right.
and move forward. Like our sister Maria was saying, exactly what she was saying. We learn from mistake and then ask yourself what happened. It's like in our profession we are doing in IT. If we do something wrong, we finish, we solve the problem, your manager can come back to you, call you somewhere one-to-one and say, what did you learn from that mistake? What did you learn from that mistake? So if you are able to say, okay, this guy is intelligent, or this guy is a stupid. So from your mistake, the outcome of your mistake will know if you are stupid or you are intelligent, because that's where you should change the way you do it. And then you learn from that mistake. And then from that mistake, even can change your life forever, because you say, I will not do that thing again. So from there, we change forever, and then it can lead you to be a better person, or a better way to do things like before. Thank you, Sister Comfort.
Thank you. Thanks so much, Brother Vincent. And again, guys, while we are discussing a topic like this, I know that people are watching us live. Others will watch this even years after this. While we're discussing, it's not looking at, say, oh, Mr. Mufara made mistakes, but we all agree everybody does. What we're doing is trying to learn, what did he do with things that we thought were mistakes? How did he manage them? And so we learn from that and try to do same, because this is actually a mission to be accomplished, and it cannot just be for anybody. It has to be for someone who is prepared for prime time. The mission is yet to begin. So let's learn how to handle mistakes and little things here and there. That's when you prove yourself worthy of this whole movement. Thank you so much, Brother Vincent and Sister Gifty. If you don't
The impossible dream has become a reality. Our hearts are beating with excitement at the arrival of our new love boat. This new love boat is the new company of Mr. Ash Mufara. Founders, let us all board his new company and allow it to take us to any destination. Love is abundant in the new company's new love boat. All of our worries about money will drift away. Founders on the new love boat are filled with love for all individuals, regardless of who they are. They are ready to help uplift humanity. Those concerns that troubled us on the old love boat will just drift away. In the new love boat, all founders are leaving their financial problems behind. Total financial freedom is what we will achieve. Suddenly, mental anguish and fatigue will vanish. We will no longer be slaves to what we lack. Mr. Mufara's new company will provide us the means to master our financial challenges. The new love boat will tame the raging waters of the internet. For decades, people have faced nothing but heartache and massive disappointment while trying to navigate the unrelenting waters of the internet in pursuit of financial success. They have been tossed from pillar to post, and many have been shipwrecked. The new love boat will not allow that to happen. The old love boat was taking on too much water and had to be docked. The captain of the new love boat is Mr. Ash Mufara. A hearty debt of gratitude goes to our captain and his crew. A miracle is about to happen for those who have tried to find success online. For those who have struggled and lost money, relief is on the way. Climb aboard the new Love Boat and bask in the success of others on this journey. For those who have dreamed of a better life for themselves and their families, relief is indeed on the horizon. When this miracle occurs, the world of the internet will undergo a complete makeover that will have an everlasting impact on all. Founders on the new Love Boat will visit countries in need and offer help to those who live there. The new Love Boat will dock at every harbor on this planet, showering the blessings that they receive as founders onto people in need. The main cabinet on the new Love Boat will consist of Mr. Mufare, his family, and his crew to ensure that founders never forget why he built this new Love Boat. This new Love Boat has unlimited capacity, and very soon, more people will be invited on board. John White and Bill Must will be on the Love Boat. Will you?
Well, I've been down that lonesome highway, chasing dreams that never stay. Broken links and empty pockets, another scheme that led to heartache. But tonight the wind has changed. There's a light where darkness reigns. They said climb aboard, leave your worries on the shore.
Now I'm standing on the deck of something more. I was lost in the noise, trying to find my way. Scrolling late, hoping luck would pay. Promises like smoke vanishing in the air, till I heard a voice say someone's waiting there.
A captain with a heart and a mission true, building a boat where love sails through. Oh, the new Love Boat is launching tonight, carrying hope through the stars and the light. No more fear, no more drowning in doubt. We're sailing together, we're figuring it out. From the ashes of the old, we rise like the dawn. With ash at the helm, we're never alone. So throw your chains in the sea, let your spirit be free. We're on the new Love Boat, sailing to destiny. He didn't build it for fame or gold, but for every dreamer who's been sold. For the single mom, the tired man, for the ones who still believe they can.
Now the water's calm, the storm is gone. The ship runs on love, we're moving on. Oh.
We'll dock in cities, heal and give. Let compassion be the life we live. Not just wealth, but purpose too, helping others find their breakthrough. Founders standing hand in hand, building a world no one planned. Oh, the new Love Boat is launching tonight, carrying hope through the stars and the light. No more fear, no more drowning in doubt. We're sailing together, we're figuring it out. From the ashes of the old, we rise like the dawn. With ash at the helm, we're never alone. So throw your chains in the sea, let your spirit be free. We're on the new Love Boat, sailing to destiny. They said the dream was dead, don't die, they just wait for the right wind.
Now the sails are full, hearts are full. We're not just surviving, we're thriving.
This boat wasn't built of wood or steel, it was built on faith, love, and was real. Yeah, the new love boat is here to stay, turning night into golden day. No more drifting, no more fight. Love is the compass, and we've got the light. From every nation, every shore we'll call, we'll rise together, one and all. So raise your hands, let the whole world see, we're on the new love boat. Finally, finally,